We have our winner bracket final. It is 1-0 versus Infi. Infi as Orc, and he is facing a Dreadlord. That's the bracket in a second. That's the bracket so far. 1-0 defeated Sock 2-1, and Infi smashed Foggy 2-1. So, this, except the first round match, pretty smooth sailing for both of them. So, it's a Dreadlord Sold Altar instant expansion by 1-0. What? Against the Farseer. Invo Potion Mantle, instant level 2 plus Shadow Priest. With that, he can dispel the sleep, which is nice. TP sold as well. Heavy on economy, this expansion. Sells the TP, sells the altar, gets level 2. Talisman, not that great. And so far, it's sleep. No other spell. In super interesting shot position. Looks like a lot of aggression. And that aggression comes right in to when 1-0 would be creeping. No steals yet. Gloves of Haste also okay. Infi has to be careful to not get the Grunt surrounded or to lose the Shadow Priest early on. In the meantime, 1-0 is trying to find time for the tower. No Haunted Goldmine yet, and that's level 2 Farseer. That's a lot of mana. That's Wolves and Chain Lightning. Be careful about that, but surrounded the Shadow Priest, Chain Lightning, ooh, that's a ghoul. That's all pretty sure a second ghoul. So that trade maybe not worth it, but getting that Dispel out of the game is pretty nice. And these surrounds. Ooh, no coil, of course. How is he still stuck? Infi is losing this unit after all. And the Haunted Goldmine is coming. Not even the last sleep. He's very conservative with his sleep, and he's so good with the surrounds. My lord. He has only skeletons in this, and that's 2 grunt kills right away.
A player's forces are under attack.
Ghouls kinda healthy. More and more ghouls coming. In the meantime, tech by Infi at 60%. But that's 400 gold gone. Oh, these surrounds were sweet. Hands tightening moves by 1-0 right away. Thank you, Sinelco, for the 11 month. 1 month until our anniversary. Love you. Less than 3 to you guys. Less than 3 to you too. Heavy losses for Infi. So what now? He's hanging around in the middle. Creeping this up, but level 3 is still quite far away. No tech yet. Tech always needs so much time, as you need the acolytes and then tech. So, no anti-air for 1-0 for a while. Is that Infi's play? It's double beastery. The norm should be mass raiders, but there's still so many ghouls. So I don't know if that works even. Wolves can be resummoned. Wolves are resummoned. But good control. Just very, very good control. And that was so obvious. Oh, yo, 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 yo. That's not top-notch Infi so far. Has an invul, so he's taking that trade. Trying to fight out. Level 3 is level 2 wolves because, yeah, destroyers now far away. But there's another sleep and a lot of skeletons. Also range damage now against the wolves. He has to be careful. Counter surround with the wolves, that was nice. And against these level 2 summons, you can't really contest. He's just feeding at the moment. It's 1-1-1. Oh! Vanilla surround! Oh, that shouldn't work, really? This Invo Potion could be saved. Wolves in the base, by the way, taking care of this Berserker. No healing, no coil. And good damage. Sleep a little too late. 1 Acolyte down, but it's not that big of a deal. Because he has that expo. Thank you, Your Voice is Ambrosia, for the 5-month resub. What was the item, by the way? the big one. Ah, Wind of Mana Stealing. Good against the TC. We also have a little bit of crowd control against the Storms, which is very good. We have the 2 Raiders here. So far no Wyvern, also no transition, just mass Raiders. So how fast can he establish the defense? Oops, Salah. Second crypt, mass ghouls. 1-0, the only Chinese undead with this strat, really. 1-0, no pillage, but good damage. Infi, I mean. So we will never see an open fight in the next, I don't know, 5 minutes, really. We shouldn't. Just hit and run. Oh, Stomp was good. And that's a fast level 2. Ghouls are, of course, way superior to Raiders. But Wolves are superior to Ghouls, and the Grunts just block very well. So no one really wants the fight. But if 1-0 is just sitting on this expansion, Infi will run away in economy. More ghouls. Sick. He forgot the altar, so he can't tech immediately. And no tier 3 by Infi as well. Music kinda loud. Yeah, that's this one soundtrack thing in Warcraft that is louder than every other music track, so we just have to deal with it. Deadman on Fire subbing for the 48th time. 4 years of hailing Satan. Yeah, man. Good job. And Zerok for the 10-month resub. So we have 2 towers. Second shop at the expo. Of course, we're waiting for tier 3. Tier 3 tech has started now. Heal scroll, invul, no TP. Didn't rebuy it. Ankh on the TC. And he's close to 3. That was good creeping by Infi. So this 1-1-1 build, how good is it? I feel like, oh, sweet Chain Lightning, where's the Stomp? Waiting for it. Siphon Mana was good, he was just waiting for the level 2, and that is 1 Stomp. Woohoo! Carrion Swarm is sweet. There's no heal scroll. Oh, there's a heal scroll against it, actually. This must be Carrion Swarm 2 now. AoE damage intensifies, but the Stomp, did you see the Stomp? It was like 12 ghouls just stopped working. And the defense is a Dreadlord with mana. He might even be forced into a mana potion here. Needs to hit the swarms. Still holding on to the heal scroll. That wasn't the best. But he's just waiting for the tier 3. Waiting for Frenzy. Infi with the counter expansion. Buys so much time with this. Does he have pillage now? Yes. DK far in the back, but every attack on a building gives him gold while waiting for the expo. There could be a huge opening for that Carrion Swarm, and it absolutely is. Coil kills the Raider. There should be more. Mana still looking good. Can he reach? Range of Carrion Swarm really good. Oh my! This AoE is so sick. Heal scroll committed. 1 Wyvern as well. But no mana on the TC anymore. This is not too great. 1 Chain Lightning, but Vamp Aura plus attack upgrade give you a lot of regen. But problem now, Wyvern. Double Rex Wyvern tier 3 by Infi as well, plus a Spirit Lodge. We see Bloodlusted Wyvern. This is gonna be sick. Gargoyles. Okay, that's the anti-air answer. Can of course easily be counter-answered with Bat Riders. Thank you, Hasu Fly, with a tier 2 sub for 51 months. Thank you so much for your trust and support. Once again, tier 2 and tier 3 subs. We always get a little bit of a better share from those ones. So thank you, thank you, thank you. DK needs level 2 for the aura to make these ghouls really speedy. And Ghoul Frenzy is finished. That's the biggest upgrade for 1-0 probably in this entire game. Boots of Kel'Thalas, not good at all. If he still below 50 supply, has Chain Lightning 2 now. Scroll to commit as well. And how many Gargs do we have? 2 TP in. Where's this Wyvern? We don't see it here, so pretty useless Gargs, but Frenzy Ghouls and Dreadlord. How many heal scrolls do we have? One more. A Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor over Shaman. But Expo is up. No tower yet. No reinforced defenses yet. Sorry for the quality issues. Should be fine now. Infi needs 1 or 2 bad riders to deal with this. Oh! Carrion Swarm again, great! This stomp is so real! That's like 20 units stomp. But what does it do? What does it matter? The Dreadlord has a mana potion. Infi's army will get wrecked in the process, I think. What? Oh my! The TC already jumped and then there was the sleep. Caught him midair. There's a TP now. Mass and snare and instant TP. You really built this shaman for one... this lodge for one Witch Doctor?
A player's forces
Cool.
are
Close to 5 Dreadlord though. Carrion Swarm 3. Yeah. But great hold by Infi. Always on the verge of losing like 5 units at the same time. But only on the verge because he's Infi. And then he finds a solution. Finds the damage. Witch Doctor Master Training. It could be a lot of stomp actually. Like a lot of stun. With TC plus stasis. And the Wyvern transition is getting more and more scary. With the Kodo Beast, with Envenomed Spears, +4. Wait, Scroll Protection, is that? That's only level 1 Kodo Aura, not the upgraded one. Oh, look at this Stomp. And now, there's no anti-air. Except Carrion Swarm, but if there's a lot of units, the damage is split. So that doesn't do too much. PC has so many more Storms. Oh my god, this looks like Footman Frenzy. DK with the heal score, but he's still dead. Hero kill for Infi. He's turning this. The Wyvern and the Stomp. And still no level 5. He needs one more kill. He's sacrificing so many ghouls for it. Okay, finally level 5. This Carrion Swarm is gonna wreck. But therefore, the Dreadlord must be alive. It's only ghouls. Level 5 Stasis Trap! Oh yeah! This stuns forever. Oh shit! Are you kidding me? That's like 20 ghouls gone! And he leaves the game. Look at this massacre! There's all ghouls and a couple of raiders. Jesus Christ, that was one of the biggest slaughters in Warcraft history. When I saw the Witch Doctor, I said, oh, give me a stasis trap in combination with the stun. And then he hits the stasis trap stomp combination. That was absolutely beautiful. Can we never complain again about Infi playing Orc? Oh, my heart. This is peak Orc play right here in terms of stuff I like. You know, Remo, he's a big fan of the Bloodlusted Tauren. I think that's kind of boring. Here we had Stasis Trap, Stomp, and a big Chain Lightning. Oh. Cool. Also, pretty cool by Infi, I think. Heavy on Raiders early. For the pressure on this expo. Expanding on the back of this. Creeping very precise. And very fast. Then Wyvern transition. Forcing into Gargs, and the Gargs never really worked. And the trades were just so much better that he got a level 5/5 when 120 was on 4/2. Grubby coming in, Carrion Swarm should stun too. I love that idea. I mean, 120 has great micro, right? But if there's a Stasis Trap and Stomp level 3, your control doesn't matter. How much stun is Stasis Trap? Exactly. It seems like forever, but 6 seconds. Yep. Not bad. Always this cool resource management of having the right army and this one heal scroll. He never overcommitted to heal scroll or other items. It was just the heal scroll when he needed it to survive. To delay the level 5 Dreadlord. And then heroes were overwhelming. And of course the glorious, glorious Stasis Trap. Why no Abominations? I think they just take too long to be effective. Also there was a Wyvern transition which he couldn't deal with really. So, will we see this wonderful play again? My life is complete. For years I keep on screaming at clouds how great Stasis Trap is. Infi finally realizes my genius. And finally follows in the footsteps. I think he's just having a lot of fun with this. Because if a Stasis Trap works, it's one of the best feelings. It's also a great accomplishment by Infi to build your expansion so close to your opponent's base when he's going double crypt ghouls. And he was never even able to touch it once. Yeah, good point. Was the DK really worth it? I don't know. If it's mass raiders, you really want the movement speed? But you have Frenzy. Shouldn't that be enough? And then get the faster level 3 Carrion? And then he died.
Players'
So.
forces are under
We have a
attack.
DK this time. No Dreadlord. So everything is a lot different already. By the way, can we have a round of applause for our coder who finally implemented the classic icons again? I'm very happy. Reforged is officially gone completely when we have the chance. So Infi's coming on. Oh. Foggy is down a map against Sock. That's not that great. Last it goes to the DK. Ring of Regen is wonderful. Ghoul already hurt. And he's expanding again with a DK this time. Whew, that's some good damage. Oh, almost the last hit for Infi. Pretty impressive. That 1-0 gets the last hit here. Infi, one of the best in the world. But with a Farseer is hard. So Ziggurat cancelled. Big deal. Big delay. He also needs every bit of resources. This time, he keeps the TP. He didn't have sleep to expand early. Oh no, if this Acolyte may not die. The pick block. As always, Grubby is right. Kill the critters.
Players' forces are under
This
attack.
Acolyte must not die. And it shouldn't. There's a coil. Good pressure by Infi. Wireless tech is of course fast once again. Alta was sold. There was also an issue by 1-0, by the way. The second Alta was too late.
A town is under
That's a
siege.
weird sentence. But you know, he built the Alta first, then sold it, then built the second Alta, so it kind of makes sense. But that prevented tier 3 for quite some time. This shall not happen again. So Expo delayed by a bit, but it wasn't that expensive. Still got his level. So is it Raiders again, or is it Wyvern? Immediately this time. Oh! I kind of forgot that Infi lost 2 grunts and a Shadow Priest in the early game. That's pretty insane. If he clicks this down, he's trying so hard to click this down. Oh no. Oh no, don't tell me. He's losing a grunt again, but he cancels it. Wow. Is it 2 grunts lost again? Yep. Okay. But that's fine. That's totally fine because this is still tier 1. Oi, oi, oi. So, Radar Walker.
Players' forces are under attack.
Okay. Haven't seen Walker in quite some time. But more sustain, always good. Dispel against skeletons, always good. Yeah, 1-0. What now? Sweet steel. Oh, Pendant of Energy. What are the items on Northern Isles today? Infi earlier with the Alchemist of Doom, Sobby, Pendant, and Big Mana. Now he's finding a Pendant once again. Expo at 60%. Finally the tech, but we're 6 minutes in. Yeah, he was asking for this, wasn't he? There's a staff though, cool. Against only one raider, it's of course an easy solution. Not sure if this Raider Walker build is better than the Raider into Wyvern build. It's definitely more for the straight up fights. Less for the hit and run rat style.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alta is in time this time, and he switches to Fiends. Okay. And the Walkers become better again. Makes sense to play Fiends with a DK. As you don't have Vamp Aura. Fiends are faster and therefore more viable. Thanks to the Unholy Aura. Okay, different game this time. But Infi is getting a lot of the map. Item stolen, lab stolen. He's playing his map control really well. So still going for the level 2 wolves, and the fiends will suffer for a while. Is he going double crypt? No.
A player's forces are under attack.
Is he doing the new Frenzy Necromancer build? He likes Naga. We know that much. Oh, Lionhorn. Infi's items are so good.
Town is under siege.
Cool run by. Finds the expansion timing really well. Has the damage. Loses a couple of ghouls with that. Oh, Storm. That's a lot of ghouls. As long as you don't lose the Fiend. I guess it's okay. Not the best trade for sure, but stopping the expansion is nice. Goes to tier 3 now. Slaughterhouse. Temple, 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 temple. Oh, double slaughterhouse. Holy, did Infi just scan this? Yeah. Okay, he knows the strat. Lich second. 1-0 is not ready for the Raider Walker. It's level 2 Stomp. We see it here. Lots of nets flying. Wolves cannot be dispelled. Super dominating. So he has the turtle. Trapped in his own base is against a lot of time for Infi to expand. How smart he is, right? Very heavy on raiders for that Raider Walker build. And Infi has pillage with the first attack. It makes me so proud. Staff is on cooldown and way too many ensnares. Frost armor is nice to have. Oh, can he fight out? No way. No. Feels like Infi is always one step ahead. He's just outsmarting him.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, it's so much gold. Pretty much the same strat as before. Gathering a lot of gold with pillage. He gets the good trades. And the mana management is exceptional once again. No TP. Oh, there's a TP actually. It's so expensive for 1-0. Second TP in a minute. Yeah, no answer to Wolves and Spirit Link. Where is the damage? It's just not there. Export 3/4. This base doesn't hold on well. We have tier 3 again. Infi plays very, very fascinating builds today. Not only today. When was that? In the Team League, when he was up against all the orcs with his no Sork, my Mountain Kings is enough slow build. Today with the fast Mortars against Foggy. What was the second game? Ah yeah, Griffins, but okay, that game doesn't really count. Here TC Witch Doctor. Infi is such a pleasure to watch.
A player's forces are
So,
under
destroyers, huh?
Town is under siege.
I mean, couple of destroyers are okay, I guess, because you really want this spell. You could make the mistake of cash and not going reinforced defenses and lose all your burrows against it. But this is not happening with Infi. Again, distracting with the Fascia, leveling with the TC, up again for 4, stealing items. This is all very good. So what's the play on tier 3 now?
A player's
50 supplies, 700 gold. Finally Nova. Yeah. Again, the heroes. Pretty much that's last game. 4 and 2 versus 4 and 3, but close to 4. And yeah, Lich is not where it needs to be. It's not the most flashy play style of all time that Infi plays, but it's just so goddamn effective. Good healing on the Destroyer with the Devour. And damage done. Progress stopped. Did this tier 3 so far had a reason? Ah, Headhunters now. Just about to say, like, no Orb, no Tauren, no Master or something, no Kodo upgrade. But Headhunters make sense. Ships in the night. Ay, ay, ay. That's the next TP, isn't it? Prevents the TP from more damage. Can't use the staff. Can he stop again? Oh no! It was close. Too close to comfort, if you ask me. And he finds ways to make the wolves work. And the Fascia work that late. Sometimes Fascia feels like a liability when he soaks up the experience of the TEC and prevents level 5, but Infi splits him away from the main army like you should and causes trouble everywhere on the map. So, Kodo's coming, Berserker upgrade coming. 120, what's your play? You're at 60 supply. What's your army? Fiends and Destroyers. Relatively heavy on Destroyers, I feel. Or will be. So you have 3 statues in the back, 2 already in the air. And 120 has no solution against this TC. No silence, no sleep. Nothing. And the TC. Wait, what did he get? Floor 12? Floor 12.
A player's forces are under attack.
Second barracks for mass headhunters. Okay. We want to do a switch into A bombs then. Should be done quickly. And the Pit Lord. Pit Lord with Howl. He has nuke against the TC. Well, Great Potion, Devotion,
A town is under siege.
Heal Scrolls, Spirit Link.
Player's forces
It's
are
not
under
the
attack.
biggest damage. Destroyers take care of the wolves now. That's great. But more damage done, more gold earned. It's not that many raiders anymore. With this damage, he can easily TP out. Takes out a statue again. Nuke! Nope. Not enough. Oh, this Lich. Plus 34, you for real? Okay. Okay, that Lich maybe. Main gold mine at 3,000. Nothing really to worry about. This Lich against the Headhunter and the upcoming Cleave against the Headhunter if the Pit Lord reaches. That's nasty. Okay. 4 destroyers. No bad riders, just Headhunters. Got the feeling that 1-0 will have a great fight here. Raiders just disappearing. Stomp was good, but taking a lot of damage already. Fassi has Chain Lightning, but that's pretty much about it when it comes to his damage. No dodges against the Stomps, but the Destroyers still do damage, and of course the Lich. Whenever the Lich is online, it's just so goddamn sick. TC will soon be out of mana. One more Stomp. Headhunters are all still alive, but they can't really reach the Destroyers. This heal ward is lasting for way too long, by the way. TC close to 5. But then he has no mana. Torrent coming in against 5 Destroyers and this Lich. Is that the right thing to go for? No upgraded Pulverize, by the way. Real slobber knocker. But feels like Infi is falling apart. Destroyers are not really worth their supply. It's a little rigged. One more kill for level 5 and he gets it. That's more Stomp. Saves it though, Infi holds. But the majority of his army is Headhunters. And we have Cleave now. Lots of Fiends are gone. So is it bad right at time? No. Where's the repair? I'm not using it. Should be an invitation to a Nova though. Whew, dust settles.
A player's forces are under attack.
At this point, with this player, or with these players, do they just snipe bad riders out of the air? There's not much web, but there's Coil Nova right clicks. Wolf scouting for a second expansion, and she's planning on doing so. Oh, battle for the scroll. 1-0 got the rest, right? Yeah, Involent heal scroll. And these scrolls are super important against Cleave and Nova. 2-0 Berserkers. That's nice. Can they finally reach? The Pitlock connects. Oh, that's so big. Fiend is soon to be gone. Destroyer's Web. And this Focus fires. Oh, the Focus fire is really sick. Stop! But Coil arrives. Couldn't replace the heal or couldn't stun the healer. Isn't he focusing way too much on this Pit Lord? Wants to prevent level 3, I get that, but you really can't. And he's playing Mass Destroyers against Mass Berserkers. What is this series? There's no healing. Infi leaves the game. 1-0 got it. Thank God we're getting game 3. Didn't Infi had the lead for like 80% of the game? This Lich made a big difference, of course. But I feel like Infi didn't counter it properly. Right? I mean, at one point you can't prevent the Lich anymore. And you can't prevent the push anymore. And then you have to fight at some point. But was the Headhunter transition the best? I mean, I love the Pit Lord push in the end. TC is pretty useless in this patch. Little taken out of context. Interesting point. Is the Mass Destroyer play an answer to the TC? Just like Mass Breakers are? Because at one point the TC is so sick and Destroyers are air and of course magic immune and all. I think at least a couple of bad rides would be better. In the first fight, Headhunters didn't focus Destroyers at all. In the second fight, he was very hard on the Pit Lord. But well played. Cool to have this turnaround. Cool to have game 3. Of course, Infi can't switch to human or anything, so has to stick with this now. Mass Destroyers versus Orc. Haven't seen that in such a long time. Like 2009, maybe? When there was still the Burrow go. Oh, was that not fun? So we have a couple of results. I think Moon and Focus are still in map 1, like 25. Oh no, in map 2. 1-1 now between Moon and Focus. Lawlight and Lin also 1-1. Foggy Warden level 10 versus Sock. Yeah, Foggy trying to survive in the pro qualifier. For them points. So our game starts in 1.5 minutes, I guess. Yeah, later we'll be on Rocket Beans, probably getting smashed by an Orc again. But we'll see about that. Should start at 5. And then we should be finished with this qualifier as well. At least with this group. Do we have any other results that are entered in Liquipedia? Not really. So Lawlight defeated 15 Sway. Group C is kind of a joke compared to all the others. Well, seedings. With all these magic immune, Counterstorm should be able to break through magic immunity. It's a good idea. It's a very good idea. I mean, obviously, Stomp wasn't addressed by the most recent patch. So it's fine, right? That's the message they sent. Let's go though. The Cider, who's making it into the round of 8 tomorrow. One2zero as Undead, who has played Dreadlord before, always in expansion, and Infi on CH with a Farseer. How do you think the WGL final event will be played? I think same as WGTL, WGTL right now. Probably from home. This is what we have to deal with now, right? I mean, it's gonna be a little disadvantage for the European players, where we don't even know if there's European players or Western players. It's a DK again. And it's a ghoul build again. My greatest fear is Blizzard will start to do balance again. Well, to be fair, yes, 1.30 was a disaster. And we all suffered. And it was horrible. And we hate that. And it was one of the darkest times in modern Warcraft. But with 1.31, I think it's very good.
A player's forces are under attack.
And it's like, especially the diversity is really good. Now things starts to settle again, and this is exactly the time where we need balance input. Ankus is celebrating 1.30. Oh well. Why was 1.30 so imbalanced? Well, the Keeper, the Entangle, and the Treants were a lot stronger than they are now. Huntress were a lot stronger than they are now, and they had free Sentinel upgrade. So they could expand in every matchup, and they could mass in every matchup, and no one could do anything against it because Entangle was so goddamn strong! And Treants killed everything. That was absolutely stupid and garbage. And on top of things, the Alchemist was wonderful as well. So you entangle, you throw Acid Bomb onto it, and you kill everything. So, we have a game, we have an expansion again, we have a harassing Farseer once again. DK this time with a Pendant of Energy.
A player's forces are under attack.
One Ziggurat killed, right? He cannot lose this Acolyte. It's the same spiel that we had on Northern Isles. The DK is this time far away though. Oh, bye. Oh yeah, Tranquility. I forgot about Tranquility. Invulnerable doing all of Tranquility. Almost no cooldown. Always mana for that. That was wonderful as well.
A town is under siege. A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, Glaives. Yeah. Like, almost everything that Night Elf had was pretty good. So, second Acolyte. That was a bit of a delay. Oh, the MG bug. Yeah, I forgot about that as well. The MGs didn't take damage. And Glaive Throwers did 1,000,000 damage. Oh, that was wonderful. Speaking of wonderful, Infi is playing a phenomenal harass once again. He's done with his tech. And the gold mine just started again. He might lose the 2 grunts once more. But that's kind of like the introduction to the mid game at this point. 1 kill. Oh, are the wolves strong enough? Oh! Wolfie not bad enough. Thank you, the Tommy Chach, for the 3713 sub. Over 3 years of Warcraft heaven. Oh, that's lovely. Dom Dom Haas, thank you for the tier 1 sub there as well. So, again the question, how late will this tech be? He's going into a Fiend transition once more. And it's Wyvern now. I expected this. Infi was one of the very first in patch 1.29, I think, to start playing this Mass Wyvern and the expo gets cancelled again. Wow, Infi just pure domination at this point. Aggressive TC. So good. And now the Wyvern are coming in. And the only anti-air is Coil. And he has exactly 1. Yeah, what can he do? There's a stab, there's a TP. Could even lose the TEC. It's worth it.
A player's forces are under attack.
Wonder if he transitions into Raiders or just keeps up the pressure, because this is... Once he arrives on tier 2 and gets weapon all, Wyvern are definitely counterable.
A town is under siege.
But all he wanted from this game was a simple second gold mine, and he never got it. And Infi smashes him in 7 minutes 30. Hoi, yoi, yoi, yoi. Sorry, we talked more about 1.30 Night Elves than about this game, but I think you saw that this was just not countered. That was rough. That was really rough. But that's what can happen with Infi. And he's in the playoffs. We will see him tomorrow again. Round of 8. So 1-0 will play once more. And he will face the winner of Sock versus Foggy. Wonder if their game... Oh, pretty much just started. So we will go right into it. That means it's 1-1, right? We'll figure it out. 2,700 people. Awesome.